Hey everyone, welcome to another installment of Around the League. Today we are going to be updating by request a video we have done before talking about the CEBL, the Canadian Elite Basketball League. Now this is in a lot of ways the top tier of basketball in Canada. Of course, if you don't count the NBA because it's technically an American league with the one exception of the team in Toronto, the top of basketball in all of Canada is the CEBL. They've been playing for a few seasons now. There are 10 teams throughout all of Canada. My last video I mentioned they were possibly adding an 11th team. That never came to fruition, so that video feels a little outdated now, especially with some new venues and some new team names as of this season. As of this video going out, the CEBL is just entering their playoff season, so I will be referring to the 2025 season as the most recent one to have ended, but you're more than welcome to come back to this video and correct me if things are out of date once the 2026 season ends. Of course, this is a summer basketball league as opposed to the NBA, which is a fall to spring basketball league. But 10 teams are going to start in the west of Canada in Vancouver with my favorite team. So if you'll bear with me, we're going to put on our Canadian accent and we're going to go all the way to Vancouver and look at the town of Langley. So zoom in here on the Vancouver area. And the town of Langley is going to be to the southeast toward the border with the United States. This, of course, is where Vancouver FC play in the Canadian Premier League. And very similar in location, if we go straight north, we are going to find the Langley Events Center. So if you've seen our CPL video, this, of course, is where Vancouver FC plays. But here is the arena known as the Langley Events Center. And that, of course, is home to my favorite team in the CEBL, the Vancouver Bandits. Zoom out here, we have to go then to Alberta. Two teams in Alberta, as is common with most Canadian leagues. First one we're going to touch on, of course, is up in Edmonton. Zoom in on Edmonton here, and the team we're looking for is at the Edmonton Expo Center. So the best way to find the Edmonton Expo Center is to go kind of toward Beverly on the eastern side of Edmonton and zoom into the Montrose neighborhood. Now, if you're familiar with hockey, this, of course, is the old Rexall Place, the old home of the Edmonton Oilers. Just south of that is the racetrack, and this here is the arena at Edmonton Expo Center. In the CEBL, that, of course, is home to the Edmonton Stingers in Edmonton, Alberta. Their provincial rivals are down in Calgary. We zoom in on Calgary, and the arena we're looking for is known as Winsport Arena, of course, different from the Saddle Dome. Best way to find Winsport Arena is to go straight west toward the old Winter Olympics site. So if we zoom out a little ways and go toward kind of the bonus area, we are going to zoom in here on the old Olympic ski park, and right here is the Winsport Event Center. And this is home to the Calgary Surge of the CEBL. Zoom out here. There's one in both of the Prairie provinces to the east. First one is in Saskatchewan. It's the team formerly known as the Saskatchewan Rattlers. Of course, they play up in Saskatoon. And this season, as of recording, have undergone a name change. They are now known as the Saskatoon Mamba. So if we go to the north of Saskatoon toward the international airport, we zoom in up here. There is the SaskTel Center, home historically to a lot of teams in Saskatchewan, including the Saskatoon Blades of the WHL and the Saskatchewan Rush lacrosse team. But this basketball team, known as the Mamba, also play occasional games down at the University of Saskatchewan at the arena known as Merlis Belcher Place. So split time between the two arenas. Their neighbors to the east are in downtown Winnipeg at an arena that you should probably know. So we zoom in here on downtown Winnipeg. Fairly easy to find it. It's not a large arena, but it stands out in downtown Winnipeg. There it is, Canada Life Center. That, of course, home to the Winnipeg Jets of the NHL, but now, of course, home to the Winnipeg Sea Bears of the CEBL. Zoom out here, go over to kind of the eastern Canada area, and we zoom in on the GTA. 3 teams in the GTA. The first one we're going to touch on is down in St. Catharines. So if we zoom in toward Niagara Falls, St. Catharines just to the northwest. And in St. Catharines, the arena we're looking for is known as the Meridian Center. So if we zoom in here, the Meridian Center right downtown off the highway. That, of course, home to the defending champions of the league as I'm recording, the Niagara River Lions. They share the GTA with 2 other teams. First one is over in Brampton, north of Mississauga. Zoom in here on Brampton. And the arena we're looking for in Brampton is known as the CAA Center. So the best way to find the CAA Center is to go toward the giant intersection of 410 and 407. And right there on the western edge of it is going to be kind of this middle of nowhere golf course arena. That is the CAA Center, which is home to the Brampton Honey Badgers. And also in the GTA is over to the east, we have to go to the suburb of Scarborough. So if we zoom in to the east of Toronto, and not quite that far, there's Scarborough. And we are looking for the arena known as the Toronto Pan Am Sports Centre. So best way to find it is to zoom in on the University of Toronto in Scarborough. And just to the northwest here is the TPASC. That, of course, in this league is home to the Scarborough Shooting Stars. Two more teams in Canada. Of course, all are in Canada, but two more teams in this league we haven't touched on. First one is in the national capital of Ottawa. Zoom in here on Ottawa, and it's an arena we have touched upon for a number of different leagues. Of course, with the CFL, we find it by going to the south of downtown. There's a stadium there home to the Ottawa Red Blacks called TD Place. And then underneath here, underneath the bleachers, is an arena, which is home, of course, to the Ottawa Charge of the Professional Women's Hockey League. But in Canadian basketball, this, of course, is home to the Ottawa Blackjacks, TD Place Arena. And last but not least, we go over to Quebec to, as of recording, the only team in Quebec, over in Montreal. It's the team known as Montreal Alliance, or the Montreal Alliance. Zoom in here, we are looking for the Verdun Auditorium. Best way to find it is to zoom in here on downtown. Go to the south toward the island of Verdun, or Nuns Island, rather. And just to the west of Nuns Island is the neighborhood of Verdun, and there is the Verdun Auditorium. Has hosted PWHL hockey, but in this league, like I said, is home to the CEBL's Montreal Alliance. Those are all 10 teams in the CEBL as of this season of recording. Let me know what you thought of this video. If there are other leagues that you want us to cover, we do take requests and we try to get them out as soon as possible. So let me know in the comment section below what you'd like to see. Otherwise, we hope to see you back on the channel sometime very, very soon.